Hi Burton, this is Doc. I thought doing this quick video to show you some more information regarding your quick charger project. So I thought using this video will be better than write some word on the forum. So I will give you more details about the sensing circuit. Okay, don't pay attention. This is a ZF 2.8 battery that I'm splitting for my new carbon fiber e-bike right here. So, well, okay, I have my fast charger here. By the way, I've opened it up, and it's just to show you the little potentiometer that you have to adjust even if you don't want to have your power supply to shut down when the AC power source is not power enough. So if you don't have the right amp at the input that is available, you can just trim down the potentiometer and make your power supply to just draw less current and output less current, by the way. So this potentiometer is regulating the output current, so you can adjust it. Or you can just install some wires, get a better potentiometer with a knob, and you could just install it to be more accessible. So, okay, so you see I have the diode like I shown, so these are protecting, and but just pay attention to these wires here. Okay, these are little wires, and this is my wow. You see, this is the output. I'm using SB50 connector, and I've installed these two sensing wires right here. Okay, so what I mean is the power supply will regulate the output voltage and push some current to the output, and will monitor the voltage right here and the terminal here. The problem is that if the voltage on this end and this end is not the same, the power supply don't know that. Okay, because if at the battery terminal or close to this terminal you have, let's say, 115.0, it's possible that due to the voltage loss in the wire that you have, okay, the wire length that you have, it's a resistance, so you have a voltage drop across it. So you might have 115.5 here and 115.0 here. This little 0.5 volt difference will make the charger to just slow down and to drop the current faster when it's at the end of charge. This is what you're experiencing right now. You see that at a certain point the voltage, the current will just begin to drop. So if you add the sensing circuit, well, these little wires at the end, or the closest as you can as the to the battery or to the controller, the charger will keep the current higher for an extended period of time, which is good, and will maintain the high power charging for more longer time. Okay, so what you have to do, since you have 3 modules and I have 3, so I have 2 in parallel and 1 in series. So let's say that this one is number 1 and this one is number 2. So forget the last one. So I have connected both of these in series. So what you have to do for the sensing, okay, it's pretty simple. You have to take the negative that goes right here. Okay, so it goes to the output of your charger. The negative will need the sensing circuit, which is the S negative, so the negative sensing from that power supply with a little wire up to the end that you have. Then the positive of this charger will have the sensing on the same terminal here. Okay, because you cannot, you have no wire length between the two power supply, so you can just connect the sensing circuit. You have the sense wires here. Just take a look on the data sheet. So take the positive sensing here and connect it to this terminal. The negative of this charger will go to this terminal. Then the second power supply or charger, call it the way you want, you will have the positive sensing that will connect to the output here, the little red wire, connect to the second power supply, sense plus, and the negative sensing will go to the negative terminal of this charger. So since they're connected in series, each of these power supply will have only one sensing input that connect to the output connector. Okay, so I think I've read that the maximum voltage that the power supply can compensate for the drop of voltage in the wires, it's about 0.5 volt. Okay, so depending on the length that you have for this wire here, I have about 2 or 2.5 feet. Okay, so depending on the length and the wire size, you'll have a different voltage drop. So you're working at about 40 to 50 amp. So if you have a 6 gauge, it will be enough. By the way, it's important that you take care of the location that you connect the power supply, because if you connect it on the motorcycle side connector on the side of the battery, so an example, this is my 0S 2012, you have a little connector normally that is located, you see, well, it's dark. You have on the side, you have a connector on the battery. This connector is rated for about 30 amp. So, well, it's not a connector, it's the fuse. And I've already melted the fuse, and I had fires inside the little case of the battery. I was pretty afraid about that, but it extinguished itself, and I've had the time to replace it. So it's not a problem. But don't push more than 30 amp on this connector. That's what I mean. So I hope you enjoy your new charger, and well, if you have any more question, no problem, just ask. Bye bye, Burton.